Hello everyone and welcome to some Analogue Pocket news. I'll start off by talking about the Sega Pico port that Shane Lynch is working on. The core is currently running and PCM audio is working, but the audio is a bit buggy. You can check out Shane's Twitter account for more details and some videos of the core in action. The Sega Pico was an educational console developed by Sega and released in 1993 in the United States. It was targeted towards children between ages 3 and 7. It had a pretty sizable library of games, but most of the software support went to the Japanese version. Recently, Analogue released a new firmware update regarding the Analogue Pocket. Because of this update, Adam Gastineau was able to release a Pokemon Mini core. To obtain the core, you can download it from the project's GitHub page. Carl Lerman is currently in the process of creating a Dragon's Lair core for Mister. Recently, he's been able to obtain an Analogue Pocket, and now he has plans to port this Dragon Lair's core to the Analogue Pocket. The Mister core is still in very early development, so don't expect a release anytime soon. Also, in order for this core to come to fruition on the Analogue Pocket, the firmware needs to support CD communication, which at the moment it does not. Carl Lerman did think about porting a WonderSwan core to the Pocket, but instead decided to work on Dragon's Lair instead. After many headaches with sprites on the Outrun hardware, Hotego has finally released a core for Outrun on the Analogue Pocket. In addition to Outrun, he also released a Vigilante core. These cores are only currently available for Patreon subscribers. The process that Hotego uses to release his cores to the public involves first releasing them to his Patreon subscribers as a beta to help get rid of any bugs, and once the core is stable enough, it is released to the general public. It's really impressive to see Outrun running on the Analogue Pocket, considering that game ran on really powerful hardware for the time. Adam Gastineau also released what he considers is a small update to the PC Engine core. Now, this core supports Supergrafx ROMs. I personally feel that this is a major update, even though the Supergrafx had a really tiny library of games, 5 in total to be exact. Maybe that's why he considers it a small update. That library did consist of a few cool arcade ports. The Supergrafx was a successor to the PC Engine. It did offer superior graphical capabilities than the PC Engine, but it never received nowhere near the software support that the PC Engine did. Fortunately for Supergrafx owner, the system was backwards compatible. Finally, there was an update to the Analogue Pocket's firmware. For the OS portion, screenshots were added to memories, and thumbnails to memory save states were added. The built-in Gameboy Advance core of the Analogue Pocket had a bug fix that was causing L and R to be pressed. For the OpenFPGA portion, button mappings for unmapped keys were fixed. There were a whole host of fixes regarding the Analogue Pocket framework, and for dock owners, keyboard and mouse support was added via USB, Switch Pro connection issues were fixed, dock controller connection speeds were improved, there's improved support for Xbox Series X and S controllers, and there's also improved USB performance. And that's it for the Analogue Pocket news. I provided links for all my sources in the description. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and its bell icon so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.